And good Saturday afternoon, Southwest Louisiana, and our neighbors over in Southeast Louisiana. We're going to start off right now with taking a look at something new that has been incorporated into the newest, brand new update to one of the software that we use called Weather Studio uh, by the Paul Marvin Tempo Quest, and we now have a bunch of added model parameters, including 48-hour HRRR. And so we have our next frontal system coming in here Sunday evening, over in the overnight hours of Sunday night and into early Monday morning. We're going to take a look at that right now, just to give you a sneak peek. Here's your timeline over here on the left-hand side. So as we go through the day today and into tomorrow, see, everything is dry and clear. Now we're in the daybreak tomorrow, and you see a little bit of activity up here in Oklahoma, southeastern Oklahoma, moving into Arkansas. And as we get into the early afternoon hours tomorrow, start to see a few spotty showers pop up. Um, I'm going to say the HRRR is prone to overplaying precipitation a bit. So uh, I think for the most part everybody stays dry. We'll see how this plays out, and if it verifies, well, that's even better. But as we move forward into Sunday afternoon, you can see a few little flare-ups of showers here and there. And as we get into late evening tomorrow night, start to see a little line here develop. Not so much as a squall line, but it's a frontal boundary, and there's a prefrontal shower activity out ahead of it. Again, uh, not a whole lot out there, and then we'll go forward as we get closer into 9 p.m. tomorrow night. You see shower activity and the coverage begins to ramp up a bit. You see the intensity of that low line back here coming through the Arklatex and into eastern Texas here. And we'll go ahead and continue forward here, and you see it kind of flares up, but uh, for the most part, everything stays basically just shower activity. And as we get into 6 a.m. Monday morning, uh, see just a narrow band of broken showers out there. And I think this is out of here uh, before daybreak. So again, the timing is not 100%, but uh, the good thing is no severe weather is expected with this. And even better, no severe weather expected for the next 8 days. So uh, now we have a look at the 48-hour HRRR data uh, that comes out. Uh, it doesn't update that every hour. Uh, Either every 6 or 12 hours, I forget. It'll punch the 48-hour up. I think it's every 12 hours. It could be 6. Um, so with that said, another nifty little feature here as we have some satellite imagery upgrades, and uh, we have RGB included in this. So now we have full color and with our satellite imagery. So this is another little upgrade. Also, a few other little things here. We use the sandwich feature, which I'll also show you the IR cloud tops along with the RGB there. So you can see not much convective activity. Colder cloud tops aloft, uh, basically up here in the northwest there. But um, other than that, uh, tranquil weather prevails at least for the next 24 hours before things start to ramp up. And clouds will move in tomorrow as well. So I can tell you, thank the Lord Jesus, it is a warm and balmy 53 degrees here in Hathaway. Uh, Dew point is 35, humidity is 51%, winds out of the south at 2. So, and pressure is 30.38. So we are firmly under high pressure. So uh, we are still under a boil advisory here in Jeff Davis Parish. Uh, Not sure how long that's going to continue, uh, but no more freezing. So, uh, and as we take a look ahead, tonight get down to the mid 30s. Uh, Tomorrow night down around 46, and then Monday night and a Tuesday morning 35, and Tuesday night and a Wednesday morning low of 44. So right now, no more freezes in the forecast. Uh, will be trending closer to seasonal average, and after tomorrow night, uh, we don't see any more rain start to enter the forecast until we get into Wednesday night, and then we'll see Thursday night, and Friday with around a 20 to 30% chance of showers. So, and again, that's low chances, so not everybody's going to see any showers. Um, and it'll be mostly cloudy. Friday should be partly sunny, with a 20% chance of showers. So, uh, all in all, much better weather than we've had for the past week. Um, uh, this has been a really crazy ride. I think 2021 and 2020 basically have a little bet there, and uh, Mother Nature in 2020 said, "Oh no, I had a really crazy year," and then 2021 just said, "Hold my beer." So we'll see what happens coming up. Uh, Hopefully, this is the last of any of the big freezes and winter weather. Um, Most of you know back in, I think, November, December, uh, I did switch my forecast uh, of no winter precip back to having some precip, wintry precip, and uh, that would most likely be an ice storm. And that was based on some new data that I was seeing. Uh, a lot of that had to do with the warm air intrusion and block of the polar vortex on its eastern flank, and that cold air that just been bottled up there had nowhere to go but south. So uh, that was the trend that I started to see, and over the course of about a week, uh, I seen that it was really starting to take hold, and uh, that's when I amended my prediction of my forecast. So uh, once again, scenario played out, and batting average is way up there still. So uh, with that said, um, we look forward now to our spring severe weather season. So, looking at some of the data and long range data, I think that uh, this spring severe weather season is gonna has the potential. Not saying it will, but it has the potential to uh, really go bananas. And uh, here as part of Dixie Alley, um, we really can't, let our guard down any time of the year, basically. So, uh, as we start to exit winter and get into spring, let's start getting our severe weather awareness uh, efforts going, and uh, let's all be safe. Make sound decisions. Have not one, but if possible, multiple plans in the event severe weather approaches your location as we started to get into the spring severe weather season. Uh, Severe thunderstorms spawn tornadoes, not all the time, but the conditions are right. They have the potential and often do. So uh, we go from one thing to another. And once we get out of spring severe weather season, we have a little bit of a break, and then we get to June 1st and hurricane season. So with the onset of an El Nino coming, I think, and you guys can quote me on this at some point uh, when the forecast are issued by uh, Colorado and the National Weather Service and uh, the Weather Channel and all these other uh, folks think the season is going to be below average. But remember, all it takes is one. If we only get one hurricane this season come into the Gulf out of, let's say, five total hurricanes this year, and we get hit by that one hurricane, it might as well be a above average season. So all it takes is one to ruin everybody's day. So there's no way to know, where this far in advance where a hurricane is going to go if one develops. So uh, again, we got plenty of time, but between the hurricanes last year and then the hard freeze, we just can't seem to catch a break, folks. And as the climate patterns, really start to go stupid on the planet, uh, our climatology is never stays the same on this planet, regardless of what mankind does to it. Um, it's going to change regardless. How much of a footprint humankind has on climate change, classic argument. But and I think a lot of politicians and the establishment, they play it for money, for all it's worth. It's typical, but the fact is the climate is changing. Uh, it always changes. To anybody that says, "Oh, well, it's supposed to stay the same," well, I'll say it: you're idiots. So this planet is always in a constant state of flux. It's always changing. So we may not see the changes on the surface day to day, but it's changing. So again, take a lot of that with a grain of salt. Um, climate change is real, despite how much of a footprint humans may or may not have on the climate. It's going to change regardless, such as the order of things in nature. So Uh, you know, if we have a polar shift, that's a whole different ball game. So, and it has happened before, some 40,000 years ago. So, there's a lot of things on this planet scientifically that, uh, there's been periods where the climate has been much warmer than what's happening. So, um, nobody knows. Nobody can predict things like that coming up, and it's how bad it's going to be. Uh, the planet typically balances itself out. It may take a while, but um, I, for one, I don't intend to pay gazillions in taxes when most of those tax money for so-called climate change efforts going into politicians' pockets. It just, no, not going to happen. Uh, so, with that said, uh, let's continue to focus on our spring severe weather season that's going to be starting here in the very near future. And hopefully we may see a freeze or two before all things are said and done, but I don't think at this point we're going to see any more of what we just got. Um, Stranger things have happened. So uh, let's bear that in mind. And I guess that's going to do it for now. Uh, Here on YouTube, don't forget, smash that thumbs up like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell icon to get notifications, and then share. Share, 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 share. We've gotten over 300 subscribers, I see. Uh, we got to hit 1,000, folks. If you want me to go live on here, so uh, much easier platform to go live on than Facebook. So with that, that's going to do it. Uh, Supporters, if you want to support my efforts, help offset ever-growing monthly recurring software charges, hit one of those donation links in there. So at PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close it, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for tuning in. Joe DeGregorio, Southwest Louisiana Weather. Have a great day.